welcome to my channel and welcome to Crafting with Me Wednesdays. So yeah, I kind of renamed it a little bit since we craft together. And so I have two things I want to try to get through today to show you some more items that I am going to be taking to craft fair with me. And so the first one is real quick and easy, so let me just show you this one first. So this is what I'm doing first, and these are just little they're actually supposed to hold a little stick of drink mixes and stuff like that, and I get these little apple cider drink mixes, but because I didn't have any, I just stuck a tea bag in there, and it's just stuck with a little removable glue dot. And so this is just really quick and easy. On the back it does have a little pocket that you can put like a little if it's tea, honey, or a little Splenda packet or something like that to sweeten whatever they might need. So let me tell you how to make this, and it's so simple, guys. First of all, you're going to need a piece of paper that is 3 inches by 8 1/4 inches, okay? And then we're going to score this. Let me get my scoreboard. We're going to score this at 3/4 inch. And then we're going to score it at 4 1/2 and 4 5/8. Now the reason why we're scoring 4 1/2 and 4 5/8 is because it makes a little gusset there for the packet to sit in. So you're going to have a little flap that looks like this, and then we're going to fold this up. And so it makes you a little matchbook, okay? Move this out of the way. And then we can decorate this. And all I did is I used a little flower out of the fall pack that I had. And then I used a couple of these gorgeous little leaves. And I used removable glue dots. And then I used a little piece of paper scrap that I had from graphic 45 paper it's called the World's Fair. And so let me give you the dimensions on that. We're going to make this little pocket, and you've seen me make this pocket before. This is 5 inches, I believe. I think that's what I cut it down to. Let me just make sure. No, excuse me, it's 4 1/2. 4 1/2 inches. And then I scored this at 1 1/8, and then flipped it over and scored it again at 1 excuse me, not 1/8, 1/4, okay? And then I flipped it on the other side and scored this at 1 3/4 down this way. So it folds up like this, and then over like this, and over like this to make your little pocket. So after doing that, I think you saw me do this the other day with the birthday card. If you watched that video, I'm just cutting these corners off right here because you don't need them, and that just adds extra bulk. Okay, and then just to give this a little finished look, I'm going from the corner here, like up to where my scissors are angled. Cut that. Same thing over here. Cut that off. And that's a little long, so I'm just going to trim a little edge off of it. Okay. So then I'm going to fold this down over here, and then fold this over here. And today I'm just going to use a little glue, because this is not a pocket that's going to be, you know, in and out too much. So I'm just going to use some of my art glitter glue, glue this over like that, and then glue the little pocket, the little bottom part up over like that. Make my little pocket. Now, this is kind of a, I don't know, it'd be hard to get into it like this. So what I did was, I am taking my little 1-inch hole punch, and I should have done this before. Yeah, it's not going to work now. Well, I'll do both. basically just punch half of it out like this. And I do usually do this before I fold the paper up, and I just forgot. So just eyeball in here what half of it is and punch. Oh, it's heavy. And that way you can get like a little packet of maybe of Sweet and Low, or I mean not or Splenda or honey or whatever it is that you want on the back of your envelope. And so here is our little envelope here. And then we're just going to glue that to the back. Oops, got glue on my hands. All right. And glue that down. Okay. These really, guys, are so simple to make. So, I'm going to get another little tea bag out. Let's see. Ooh, that smells so good. These were actually some teas that came from Australia, from my friend who lives in Australia. Her name is, where did I get this from? Oh my goodness. I can't remember now. I think Avalonia sent it to me, but I'm not sure. Anyway, when you open this up, you're just going to make sure how far the tea is going to stick in. Now, like I said, I usually use like the little sticks, and I usually put 3 of the little coffee packets or, you know, instant coffee or drink mixes here, and then I use the glue dots to glue them down. Okay, you don't want to glue too much. So, I mean, what are you going to do is you're going to go down to the very bottom down here, and you're going to staple this so that it holds the bottom on. Okay, and then you're just going to take one of these glue dots and you're going to put it on the back of the tea. Because this is a removable kind, so they'll peel right off. And then you're just going to stick it down like that. And that folds up in there. Now you can stamp these. You can do, you know, basically whatever you want to do to them. Just for the sake of purpose of showing you how to do it and giving you the measurements, I just thought I would do this really quick and simple here. Let's see. Pick out a couple of these. Ooh, that's a pretty one with the orange. I think I like that one better. Whoops. Anyway, so I'm just going to take my dependable art glitter glue that you can get from MayMayMadeIt.com and stick that one on there. Stick another one right here. Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on. It's sticking to my fingers because the leaf is a little bit transparent. And then I'm just going to reach in here and grab a flower. Put some glue on it. And glue that right in the middle. Now seriously, how long did that take us? Not very long. It took no time at all, really. Sorry. Something popped up on my camera and I wanted to shut it down for a few minutes. Okay, so that was very simple. That was a very easy little treat. It makes a nice little gift. You can use a border punch and cut this out a little bit if you'd like, or, you know, do whatever you want to. You can stamp it. I mean, certainly you don't have to decorate the way I did. But anyway, I thought that was real cute and easy and simple to show you. And I basically sell these for $1 at a craft fair, or, you know, maybe $2 or whatever. So, just depending on what I put on it. Okay. that was a real simple, easy craft. Now, let me clear this up and I'll be right back. Okay, so our next craft that we're going to be doing, I'll let the leaf out, is going to be a fancier tea holder or a gift card holder. And I used these two papers from the Graphic 45 line called, I think it's World's Fair. And so I used that paper. And then this is what we're going to be making. Now, I already had one of these made in a different thing, so it doesn't look like that, but I'm going to do the other one. So this is just, that's half a Velcro dot. Open up this way, and I had not finished decorating this one. And then it opens up like this. You have your sentiment here, and then you have your either your tea bag or your gift card inside of there. And this looks complicated, but I promise you it's not complicated. You just have to get the measurements down and then you're good to go. So let's get started with that. Okay, so what you're going to need is, you're going to need a sheet of paper that is 6 5/8 by 7 3/8. This is important, okay? I've tried other measurements and this works. And I got this idea from my friend Heather, who is not on YouTube, but she watches my videos. So hi Heather. And this is the outside paper. Then you're going to want to have your little mat for the outside. And that little mat right there is going to be, this one is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then this one is 2 1/8 by 3 1/8. Okay. And then you need another inside paper here. And that is going to be 6 by 7. Okay. Now, and then the inside paper dimensions is going to be 3 1/4 by 2 5/8 and 3 by 2 1/2. And then I just have some little pieces here of their decorations and stuff that we'll work on in just a few minutes. I'm also going to be using a stamp by MayMayMadeIt.com. This one is called Floral Kaleidoscope. And I'm also going to be using embellishments that I got from G's Embellishment Emporium. It's this cute little teapot with a little teacup with it. Okay, so let's get started here. Now, you are going to, the dimensions on this is really weird. And I would never do this normally. But what I did was fold this in half and make sure my edges were good, okay? And then I opened it back up and I folded it in half again to get the measurements. Now, I will say the measurements that I wound up coming up with is 3 1/4 on the 6 by 5/8, 6 5/8 side is 3 1/4. You're going to score there, and on the 7 3/8 side, you're going to score at 3 5/8. So that's what this is when it's all folded up. Okay. So then, what you're going to do is you're going to take a pair of scissors. And you're going to cut down this middle line here to the middle score line, okay? And then you're going to cut basically this half of the flap off. And you're going to cut all the way to the score line. So you're cutting that part off. So now you can see where it takes shape at now. So basically this is going to fold over here and this is going to fold over here like that. Okay. Now for the inside, to get the little pocket, you're going to take your 6 by 7 and you're going to score it on the 6-inch side. You're going to score it at 3 inches, and on the 7-inch side you're going to score it at 3 1/2. So it's going to fold like this also. However, you're going to line this up in the middle so that that score line and this score line are even. Okay? And then you're going to do the same thing. Actually, you're not. That was wrong. You're going to line it up down here at the bottom, but you still need to line up your score line. Sorry guys, my camera cut off and I wasn't paying close enough attention. So what I was trying to say was that you just want to make sure that this middle fold is inside this middle fold right here. So it's going to be centered like a mat. Okay? So we're going to glue that down. And I'm just using my good old art glitter glue. Okay. There we go. Now, I did not glue the inside flap because I am probably going to use score tape on this, but I'm not sure yet. But that's the next thing you're going to do, is that you're going to glue this flap here down. However, you're going to glue this side completely, but you're going to leave an opening on this side right here. The top is going to be left open, and the side. This side and this side. So just for sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and glue and I'll be right back. Okay, I just wanted to show you, I glued just this half right here, and that's going to be glued flat. And then this side right here is going to be left open so that you can slip your tea bag or your whatever you want to put in here, gift card or whatever. And I'm just going to crease this really good here. And then fold this over. And this folds down to create the top. Okay? So then, let's do the front mat. This is the one that I created for the mat. Nope. Okay. So on the front side, we have 2 mats. Whoops. My little thing's going off. Not to worry, I'm not going to answer it right now. Alright. On the front mat, what I'm going to do is I cut this little coffee cup out. It's a die cut. And I'm going to put this on the front. And then I'm going to put oops. A little sentiment on there that says, "Thinking of you." Okay. I'm just going to load that up. There we go. So let me get this on here first. And I also die cut a little piece of the, like, little, you know, smoke out or whatever, you know, the thing on here. So I'm just going to put some art glitter glue on the back of this. And I actually got this die. This is an Echo Park die. So I got it a while back. Okay. looks like this. This is actually the die set right here. It's a designer dies. It's by Echo Park, and it's really a winter die set. And I just took the coffee, the little cup out, which could be tea or coffee or anything. Just gonna take a little tuxedo black Memento ink. And right here, just gonna put thinking of you. And then I'm going to glue this down to the center. And then I'm going to glue this down to that. I'm going to get that done and I'll be right back. Okay, and then we're going to just glue this to the front flap. Alrighty. So that's that part is done. And then on the inside flap, I'm going to stamp a sentiment. That says, I treasure our friendship. And may put a little flower on here that sort of matches the flowers in here. But I'm going to do this first. Make sure I get it inked up good. I treasure our friendship. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get a little flower on there, but I'm going to see. Because I also want to get our little embellishment on here. Our little T. Okay. I think that'll work. Now, because this is so bright colors and the paper's so colored and everything, I'm just going to do it in black ink and I'm not going to color it in. Okay. Isn't that pretty? I love that flower. Alrighty. And then we're going to put our little embellishments, our little teapot, right there. Move that ink before I get my hand in it. Okay. So let me put this on the string so that I can let this hang down here, and I'll be right back. Oh, okie dokie. So, I wanted to show you this. So I put the little teapot down here, and I just ran a little tape on the back of it. And I left enough room down here because if they wanted to use the little charm, they could just cut that off. And so I'm just going to glue this down right here to this one. So I'm just going to run some glue on the back. And we are almost finished. Try to get that in the center there. There we go. Okay, and then we're just going to glue it inside of our little tea wallet or gift card holder or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to center this on the inside piece, making sure that we don't get too close to that bend line there. Okay, so then on this side over here, we would just stick our little gift card or your tea bag in here. I use a tea bag, and this goes in like this, and then this folds over like this, and this folds over like this. Now, to hold this down, I am just going to use a little Velcro dot here at the bottom. There we go. And there's our tea holder. I just think that's so cute. And these would make great gift card holders or anything. I just think they're really, really cute when they're done. And so, I hope I explained this well enough. I am not going to decorate the inside this page right here because it's just so busy with the flowers and everything. And there's the inside. You can sign, you know, the bottom of it here. And your little teapot here. I love putting embellishments on cards or anything because I just think it adds a little something extra. And then the person can choose to cut it off and use it if they wish to. So, anyway, guys, I hope you like this one. So, it's really cute. Here's our little matchbook drink holders. So, give these a try. They're not really that hard. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. From my heart to your heart. Love y'all. Have a blessed day. Bye.